Aisyah binti Muhammad, matric number 267997. So today I will present my part, which is executive summary and case summary. Proton is laying the foundation to the nation pride in the automotive industry in 1983. Proton has become a key driver of national development since its inspiration. It paved the way forward with strategic partnership, technical collaboration, and technology transfers. With the collaboration, Protons continue to build and design cars as it will help to shape the landscape of Malaysia automotive industry. It also aims to grow big internationally with this automotive industry. Proton constantly develop and acquire new technology in design and engineering. It is because to bring cutting-edge facilities and innovative products into market. Besides that, Proton also created new concept and design to make fully integrated engineering service capable have become a full-fledged automotive manufacturer. Proton strategically design capabilities while aiming for world-class production standards and manufacturing. In addition, in a positive side, the entry of Geely will help boost the sales of Proton cars. But on the negative side, dignity is affected. But in these times, it still cannot do work alone and need a partner to help in market the product, help in technology and also finance. Fear that will affect the workers in management may respect to a retrenchment exercise to cut costs in a bid to turn around the loss-making car maker. In other words, Proton more prefer to do an artificial intelligence that is providing automotive-grade speech recognition for Geely. So first time any speech recognition provider has built AI-powered speech solutions specifically for Southeast Asia. It also provides a specialized experience and voice-powered user interface that will include in vehicle controls like car windows, air conditioning, and sunroof. It also to bring more advanced and innovative cars and enhance mobility to the Southeast Asia regions. It is clear that AI-powered speech recognition will have a significant role to play to make a good development to the community and to move Proton forward in improved work performance. Artificial intelligence that used by Proton is deeply integrated hybrid solution that can be customized to become a smart automotive assistant that is seamlessly integrated into the user's connected ecosystem. That vehicle platform forged forward with creativity across multiple programs including product strategic planning, engineering design, styling, and supplier development. So, as we know that when the company using a new technology, it will affect their workers' performance. Management also may resort to a retrenchment to cut costs because of using that new technology. Factors that need to be considered when applying new technology is availability of the workers, employees' performance, and cost that needed. In addition, the capabilities of robotics and their autonomous system is very advancing. The development in artificial intelligence and machine learning are driving the expansions of robot competency, depth of automation, and expanding the breadth to additional sectors of the economy. It is from agriculture and manufacturing to healthcare and transportation. However, this robotic will increasingly assume the responsibility in situations that previously governed by human judgment. Besides that, when Proton decides to use robots in their technology of produce cars, their employees will feel affected and maybe some of them will be dismissed from work. It is because robots can do some of job that workers can do but in a fast pace of time. For sure, that management will choose robots rather than workers to save their time and to make work more effective. Undeniable that workers also can do that task, but when robots can do better and fast, for sure the management will rethink and make a decision that choose which one is better to the company. But it will give bad news to the workers that have to be dismissed because of this issue. They will lose their job and feel unmotivated when know about this result. The employees will end up losing their job and their means of sustenance. The process when going through the dismissal may tell on their emotional health and might lead to increase their stress level, insomnia, panic attack, and chest pains that may all begin to surface. The employees will start to feel and experience a series of mood swings and anger that usually they are not have shown until they become emotionally wrecked. It will affect their ethical issues in the workplace before being dismissed. And for sure, the employees will blame for the management and company for it. Moreover, this ethical issue in Proton will become bigger when other employees feel unmotivated and do not enjoy working to work at all. They may take unnecessary leave or they will remove themselves from that situation. As we know that if people are not motivated to do their job, generally they will underperform. When facing a low motivation levels, it will often be accompanied by low productivity. Last but not least, Proton need to consider about their decision because it also can affect their management. Even if Proton decide to use robots, they need to consider their employees before making any dismiss. Choose the right employees to be kept to maintain and achieve the good reputation to the company. Employees is a pulse in the company which will shape the name of the company whether good or bad. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nofarisha Rashika binti On Surisman. My metric number 267950. Ethical awareness is the desire and ability to critically analyze moral situation and dilemma, to have some consideration effects of the person's attitude for the life of others and in the meantime to change a person's moral esteems. Technology advancement in AI can be categorized by two types, which are strong AI and weak AI. As mentioned by Photodabo 2018, strong AI have the capability to outperform humans at every single cognitive task, whereas weak AI only outperform us in specific tasks. The car manufacturers around the world use AI in almost every aspect of car manufacturing processes, especially in assembly line. The major focus of AI in automotive sector precisely in process of optimization, handling of materials, monitoring, analyzing, and recall all related processes from the design to recovery. Each of these situations generate unique ethical issue. Even though the technology advancement of AI make things become easier, there are several significant risks that the users, developers, and government need to deal with. The following shows are the ethical issue for the case of AI in manufacturing world in terms of the first ethical awareness is the security and privacy. Is the technology advancement of AI secure and respect privacy? It is possible that AI could get access to the personal data of the product and system without the awareness of the host. It is possible when all of the data about the system implementation been hacked into plagiarism by irresponsible user. Another problem that happens when the system successfully developed in the model could be risk to honor privacy customer as their personal details being exposed. The second awareness is the safety and reliability. Can AI perform in reliable and safety manner? As we know that technology of AI is already setting up into static and specific order which have the capability of safety issue might arise between the system in contact with human under the same roof if the worker unexpectedly misconduct when leading the system that could harm the worker. Hence, AI can become a threat in real world such as in product defect or failure issues. The third ethical awareness is the accountability. Should AI have accountability? What happens when AI attempt any failure or fault during the robot operation at a particular task such as installing car parts that can cause significant loss or liability issues to the company? These accountability gaps can cause problems in three areas which are compensation, causality, and justice. For example, who will accountable when the machine goes wrong then have result in a fatal error? Otherwise, there are only three possible parties, either the developer, operators, or trainer that rely on the root cause of failure to blame one of these three accountable persons. This situation shows the low accountability when failure happens and who will be responsible for it. The last ethical awareness that occurs is openness and fairness. Can AI be performing each assigned task openness and fairly? Will AI come up with its own bias in terms of running system of product? Well, as the consumer do often expect effectiveness toward the users, however, AI somehow unattached with something unfamiliar then not able to perform. As AI machine is being trained by a human and using data set produced by a human, the fairness issue will happen due to the wrong information that mixed with the personal intention of the creator that unbalance the negative and positive attitude set to the AI.
Okay, my part is awareness of stakeholders. My point is staff issues, operation and appraisal. Staff are the central driver of every organization. It is necessary for these workers to be manipulated or aspire in the long term so they continue to make their best effort to achieve the goals and objectives of the organization. In order to influence and inspire these employees, the Proton should respect their participation and feedback by conducting an annual or monthly employees evaluation program. By implementing this initiative, workers will be empowered to give their full support to the company. The next point is training. Proton must hold training season for all its employees, especially those who are unskilled and semi-skilled. For example, manufacturing workers can be categorized into skilled, semi-qualified, and unskilled workers, and the main workers are semi-qualified and unskilled workers. These staff must be trained on ongoing basis in order to keep their production knowledge up to standards. It is to ensure that the workforce is aware and up to date of the latest development in the manufacturing sector that have impact on technologies and their skills. The next point is policies. Strict in choosing supplier. Proton must enforce strict policy. For example, selecting a supplier with a good reputation in industry, capable of supplying high quality product and capable of providing complete warranty or warranty on the component supply. It is because Proton has a manufacturer that assemble the part of the car and deliver the final product in the form car on the vehicles. Car components are the individual parts that play a primary role in achieving the final output reflected by the Proton picture itself in terms of qualities. The next point is feasibility analysis. Feasibility is the study made of the product to ensure that the product will have a strong consumer demand for market research, survey, and input from the customer. Proton should perform a more successful car industry survey before it launches on the market. Around in the same time, the customer input needs to be taken seriously into account. It's in order for us to deliver the product and increase the available rates. The next point is practice. Discrimination in human resource. Proton hire new employees based on communication rather than advisory job opening. Owing to this illegal or unqualified recruitment of workers resulting in poor performance of the department. In order to prevent discrimination, the recruitment process must involve a panel representation interviewing and hiring the right applicant instead of one person in just hiring. In addition, a jury should be set up solely to assess the performance of workers instead of being judged by the employee superior. The last point is valid information in marketing. Proton should provide the customer with adequate and accurate information on the vehicle in order to allow the customer to make wise decisions. In addition, marketing personnel should review the detailed requests by the customer. Marketing personnel must avoid providing vague details that could lead to misappropriation. That's all for me.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Laila Zira binti Hassan Effendi, meeting number 267769. I'm going to present third component in discussion of ethical issue, which is ethical reasoning. Ethical reasoning is an overview directly of a specific issue that happened in a company, whether it's right or wrong. Every organization are provided with code of ethics that were bound to follow by the professional in any professions as stated in the contract of law. The purpose of the ethical reasoning to discover opinion of stakeholder from different side of view, which are from the company views, employees views, and society views. Firstly, from the company views, the collaboration of Proton Holdings with Zhejiang Geely Holding with 49.9 shares to determine the management sense of targeting goal without considering about local reaction and sentiments, especially involved with local employee welfare. Secondly, improving the system automation production might effect on having reduction of labor workforce to improve Proton productivity, standing along as the successful automotive brands such as Volvo and Mitsubishi. Next, Proton also plan out to join venture with foreign industry in future for their market expenditure and gain more achievement. For the employees' view, employee as the top priority of an organization to run their business successfully. The collaboration between Proton and Geely impact the employee to voice out the conflict arise between local employee and foreign employee due to performance credibility and which foreign employee more competent in using technologies compared to the local and the need of changing work culture threaten the position of the local employee. According to CEO of Gallant Center, Azrul Muhammad Khalid mentioned that reduction of worker can be happen to any firm, as in Proton, the change is needed for Geely to drive more talent and eliminate incompetent worker to increase manufacturing efficiency and quality. In addition, he also asserted that government need play a vital part on preparing employment transition program to ensure the employee that lost their job can be retrained and were giving advantage on other job opportunities. For the society views, society act as the potential consumer and also retain buyers to support the organization productivity with their loyalty, and the community put high belief on Proton capabilities and service. Being the first automotive invention in Malaysia, Proton gives significant contribute towards the nation. With every year product distribution, different kind of design and specialty, Malaysian consumer were expecting the perceived value of the vehicles in terms of price that can be sure setting with affordable price and the sustainability of the product in long term. That happen when involved in negative perception over the quality and comparing to other foreign product that likely to prefer by the local consumer. To regain back the society interest and belief, the creation of X70 that built with artificial intelligence system proved that Proton capability and the collaboration with Geely words of values. As one of the customers saying that, if you are looking for an SUV that is affordable yet value for money, then the Proton X70 is one of the best choice in the Malaysian car market. Last but not least, relating to the case, the parties that have strong defense and stance relating the ethical issue would be company, as the decision making for development and planning process beyond the top management priority. The decision making to determine the life of business, however, the need of company to consider to carry out survey and positive response from the government and employee to evaluate the circumstance after the decision making and to prevent ethical issue in organization that deceive the right and value of parties involved. That's all for me. Thank you.
In management perspective, ethical suggestions refer to the process of analyzing and choosing among options in a manner compatible with ethical principles. In making ethical suggestions, it is vital to observe and eliminate unethical options and elect the best ethical alternative. The process of making ethical suggestions involves commitment, competency, and consciousness. This process will lead to making a good decision that are both ethical and effective. In making ethical suggestions, we need to know which option will produce the best and do the least harm. Besides that, we must consider options that will treat people equally, that will be the best serve to the community as a whole, not just for some members. The following are the ethical suggestions for the case become better resolved.
How technology can protect and secure the data privacy. Privacy, trust, and security are closely entangled, as are law and ethics. Privacy protection and security provision rely on trust and will make one not feel secure unless one trusts the security provider. Data privacy in technology is a freedom from unauthorized access to private data that need to be secured. In fact, protecting data privacy is essential and complex. This protection is significant because of the universality of the technology-driven and information-intensive environment. To protect the data, you need to improve security on your server using a platform that allows to use your own encryption keys, so that even your software vendor cannot view the data that you save even if they try. How technology can improve customer targeting. Besides having customers walking into the store to find and survey the cars, the customer also can look the cars model by Proton website or a few advertisements that show up in the social media. Advertising using technology can help to catch customer attention when the new model car is being launched. Because of the advent of information technology, consumer behavior seems to be more influenced by internet-enabled smartphones and tablets. Using Facebook ads, it offered an opportunity to people find about the Proton service and products. You even be given the ability to send the ads directly to individuals in your target demographics to increase the effectiveness of your advertising campaign. How technology ensure the automobile safety. Vehicle safety technologies are meant to maximize the efficiency of the driver, while protecting them and passengers in the event of an accident. Proton should understand and consider the safety and technology features in their car models. Automated vehicle safety technology has the potential to save people's lives. When driving into the tunnel, the automatic light system in our cars will turn on the headlights to guide us temporary darkness. Once you are out from the tunnel, the system will turn off the lights automatically, and it helping us to keep on focused driving without any disturbance. Technology is designed to make our life easier and help us with important tasks.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nurwajah binti Cela. My matrix number is 265198, so I will continue with the conclusion. Regarding to these ethical issues, we can see the artificial intelligence have pros and cons where it's very efficient and effective way for a company to grow or improve their product or services in order to sustain their business. However, it's reducing the number of workers because of the advancement of technology at this moment have changed everything become fastest and easiest. Other than that, in these ethical issues, we found that foreign workers have been priority by Proton rather than local workers who actually need to give priority. It's such as unethical actions and become not justice as Proton is based in Malaysia. That's why ethics supposedly to be an important part in the business industry. This is because when ethical have been practiced in that company, it will follow the rules and standard for right conduct. Thus, the company should take an important action about ethical awareness, ethical reasoning, and awareness of stakeholders in order to deal with ethical issues. Based on the case or issue that have been discussed, we can learn some lessons and can apply it for the future in order to assume that ethical is important part in running a business. Firstly, ethical responsibility is an important part in any business because ethical responsibility is concerned with the actions that affect the world around us. For instance, Proton need to have ethical responsibility in their business. It is because they even care about their local workers, although it affects the workers' life in many aspects, especially in economic aspect. Secondly, in running a business, we must have honesty in the organization, where honesty will lead the business to success. Leaders need to be honest first before they ensure the honesty among their employees. So leaders play a role to educate their employees to be honest in all aspects, especially in dealing with the customer. This is because once customers satisfied, it will get a loyalty and trust from customer. As example, we can see how Proton build honesty within their employees in organizations that have been satisfied and trusted by many parties. Thirdly, leaders need to concern about their employees. As we know, some of employees lack of skill and too afraid to speak or facing with high involvement in the company. So it is important to pursue the employees to be a better, such as give them a training in order to enhance their skill while boost their confidence. As a result, it can keep them from being proactive from their concern.